Hello, my crafty friends. It's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and today I am participating in the Team Tiny Hop for October. Our theme is Halloween, so I'm just showing you some of the supplies I'm using. I am using a Simon Says stamp set. The spiders are from Cricut. I just cut those out using my Cricut. I've used my Magic Iris die to cut out the pattern paper, and then a similar circle. I made a circle card base, and you do that just by you fold your paper in half and then leave the edge of the die with a slight overhang so that it doesn't cut all the way through. And then I cut a piece of black cardstock with that full circle so that I can cover it up and you don't see where there's that little portion of the card base missing. I am also going to be using some fishing line because I'm going to make this spider dangle in between the center of that Magic Iris cutout. So I've got the spider coming down from the web and a small Happy Halloween sentiment, and I am going to stamp that onto this circle card base in my Mini Misty. It's okay that it hangs over. It will still stamp just fine. I'm using the VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink, and I will stamp it, and I only needed to stamp it once. I did have to press one more time because the center of the spider did not want to give me a complete image, but I didn't need to ink it up again. I just needed to press harder. I didn't want to press too hard with the sentiment because it's very fine, and I didn't want to squish out the words. So now that I have that done, I'm going to kind of just flip it over so that it's not being worked on. I didn't want to smear the ink. And I'm just going to add some of my Bearly Arts glue to the back of this circle cut out from the black cardstock and just put that down. And that will completely cover this entire circle card. And there will be a little overhang at the top, but that's fine. It makes it look like a complete circle from the front. And then I am going to work on getting my spiders ready. So like I said, these were in Design Space. I pay for Design Space. So they were just some spider images that I found, and I cut out 2 of them. I did them at 1.5 inches was the size that I did. I had measured the center of that Magic Iris die to see how much room I had because I didn't want my spiders to be too big. So I'm just putting down some double-sided adhesive, and then I am going to trap my fishing line in the center of this and then put another piece of double-sided adhesive over it so that it doesn't move, and then I'll add some liquid glue to adhere the 2 spiders together. So while I'm doing that, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about Team Tiny. We are a group of crafters that come together once a month for a hop. We have a specific theme for each month, and we are small YouTube creators, less than 1,000 subscribers for each of us, and we are all actively trying to grow our channels. So we come together to try to get our content out to different folks because, the crafting community is big. So we want to try to get ourselves out there. So if you're interested in joining Team Tiny, you have a YouTube channel where you are a paper crafter with less than 1,000 subscribers. I will leave the information down below. You do have to answer the questions or we will not put you into the group. They're pretty simple questions. You just need answers to those. So I hope that you will check out everyone who is participating in the hop and show them some love. Hopefully you will find a new creator and you really enjoy their work and that you'll subscribe to their channel. I am also continuing a bounce back and forth between Halloween cards and the holiday card series that I'm doing with Michelle. So those are twice a week holiday themed projects on Mondays and Fridays. So look forward to those. So back to the card, I am now going to take and put some self-adhesive googly eyes on my spider because spiders are not the best in real life, in my opinion. So they're fine for Halloween cards, but if you add Google eyes, it makes them all the more fun and they don't bother me as much. So I'm just taking that same double-sided tape and putting it on the back of this circle so that I can then trap that fishing line on to this so that the spider will hang in the middle. And once I get it centered to where I want it, I will again place another piece of the double-sided tape on the back to again trap that fishing line so it doesn't come undone. And then I will trim the ends so you can't see it on the top or the bottom. I've done a few of these cards with the fishing line and having an item done. The last one I did, I believe it had the spinning element and a shaker element. I think I did a little while ago. If I think of it and can find it, I will link it at the end of this video. I will also link my Halloween playlist because I have been doing quite a few Halloween projects and I have a whole playlist going for those. I do still have a few projects planned for the rest of this month. I will make Halloween cards right up until Halloween because I do enjoy making them. I don't know about you. I'm growing quite a stash of them. So I may work on finding some people in the close to my heart group that are looking for Halloween cards and get some of those sent out because I do have quite a stash growing. So you don't need, quite that many. So now that I have that done, I am going to double up this foam tape and then put 2 layers of it. So essentially 4 layers of this foam tape around this circle. If I'd been thinking, which I wasn't because I haven't been feeling the best this last week, I would have used my thicker foam tape, which I believe is from Pear Blossom Press that I have. And I would have done at least 1 layer of that because it's quite thick. So I might not have needed to done, all of this fussing with the foam tape, but I persevered and made it work. So now I'm going to trim off this section and then do 1 more layer around because I wanted to have enough room so that if my spider were to move, it would have, it wouldn't be right up against that cardstock and it would have some wiggle room to move as I'm sticking the foam tape to everything that is on the desk. So my suggestion to you if you try this card is to use some thicker foam tape and then you don't have to struggle quite so much because this is from Amazon and it is quite sticky. So it definitely is not going anywhere. So once I get my second layer of foam tape on, I'm going to trim that off and get that adhered to the front of the card panel once I make sure that I do have it in the correct orientation because I wouldn't want to put it on upside down. But I guess for a Halloween card with a spider, it probably wouldn't matter either way. You could make it work if you did manage to put it on upside down. That is the beauty of Halloween cards. You can get away with things that you don't normally get away with regular card making. But I did double check and make sure that was correct. And then once I put that down, that is going to finish today's project. Like I said, I hope you will check out everyone who's participating in the hop and show them some love. I appreciate everyone who stops by and watches my videos. If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the description box down below. And as always, I hope that you have a great day.